Yes, now let's proceed with the third type of pronoun, which is the demonstrative pronoun. Now, the demonstrative pronouns take the place of a noun that's already been mentioned. That means it points at a specific person, place, thing, or idea. They can be singular or plural. Singular are this and that, and plural are these and those. Now let's take the example in during when we are studying about demonstrative pronoun. Here also you have to keep it in mind that demonstrative adjective is also there, and you may get confused. Right? So see, two sentences I have written. Those books are mine. Here the word those. It is describing the word books. Alright, so it is demonstrative adjective. Remember, children, whenever a word is describing a noun, it is always an adjective. Alright, in the second sentence, those are my books. Here it is pointing out at the books. Here the word those is pointing out the specific books. So it is demonstrative pronoun. So remember always whenever we are talking about possessive adjective, possessive pronoun, demonstrative adjective, demonstrative pronoun. Possessive adjective will always be next to the noun. Demonstrative objective will always be placed next to the noun. But the demonstrative pronoun and possessive pronoun will not be placed next to the noun. Alright? Let's go to the next pronoun, which is the interrogative pronoun. Alright, see the fourth one. Interrogative pronouns do just what they say. They work in a sentence that are posing a question. They are who, whom, which, what, whose, where, when. Now the word interrogative, it means it is a question. Always the word interrogative means that we have to ask the question. And which are the question words used as interrogative pronouns? The question words are who, whom, which, what, whose, where, when. See the examples. Who is going to arrive first? Alright. Second one, what are you bringing to the party? Which of these do you like better? Whose is this book? So in all these four sentences, who, what, which and whose are the interrogative pronouns. Alright. And you can see that these pronouns are not placed next to any noun. So they are not acting as interrogative adjectives. So children, interrogative adjectives, let's take an example. Like whose book is this? Alright. So again you can see that the word whose, it is placed next to the noun. So it is acting as an adjective. It is describing the book. So it is interrogative adjective. Alright. But when, if we are writing whose is this book, here the word whose is pointing out the book. It is asking a question. Alright. So whose is the interrogative pronoun. I hope you have understood till here. Let's proceed. The fifth one is relative pronoun. Alright. Let's read the definition first. Relative pronouns are used to connect a clause or a phrase to a noun or pronoun. So here the clause or phrase, maybe these are difficult words for you. You have to keep it in mind that it joins two sentences. Sometimes incomplete sentences, sometimes complete sentences. Alright. So we often see them when we need to add more information. They are who, whom, which, whose, whoever, whomever, whichever, that. So don't get confused that who is the interrogative pronoun. So how can it be relative pronoun? No. Whenever we are talking about interrogative pronoun, it is a question word. It will ask a question. But when we are talking about relative pronoun, it will join two sentences, complete sentences or incomplete sentences. Alright, let's see the example. Third example for this. Ram, who is good in English, is my friend. So it is joining two sentences. Which are those two sentences? Ram is good in English. Ram is my friend. So how we are joining them? With the word who. Ram, who is good in English, is my friend. So who is relative pronoun over here? It is not asking any question. So it is not an interrogative pronoun over here. Let's see the rest of the examples. I like the movie that I saw yesterday. Alright. So which are those sentences which we have joined? I like the movie. I saw it yesterday. So how we have joined? With the word that. I don't know which pair of shoes do you want. Again, the which is joining two sentences. She is the artist whose paintings are very famous. Alright. So whose is again joining these two sentences. So keep it in mind that whenever we are talking about things, non-living things, we will use that or which. But when we are talking about people or living things, we will use who, whose, whom. Alright, whomever. But when we are talking about non-living things, we will use that or which. Clear till here? Alright, let's proceed to the last one, reflexive pronouns. Alright, let's read the definition. Reflexive pronouns are used when the subject and the object of the sentence refer to the same person or thing. These pronouns end in self or selves. Alright, let's see. So one thing you have to keep it in mind, that the doer and the receiver of the action will be the same person. Alright, so that's why we say that the subject and the object of the sentence refer to the same person. That means the doer and the receiver of the action will be the same person. And the reflexive pronoun always ends in self or selves. Self when it is used as singular and selves when it is used as plural. So see the words myself, yourself, himself, herself, itself. These are the singular reflexive pronouns. Ourselves, yourselves and themselves are the plural reflexive pronouns. Let's read the examples. I told myself not to spend all my money on new shoes. So the doer of the action and the receiver of the action is myself. So it is always used with a personal pronoun. Remember that. Alright. You are going to have to drive yourself to the restaurant today. We gave ourselves plenty of extra time. They bought themselves a new car. In this sentence, the words which are used with self and selves are the reflexive pronouns. Alright. So these are the 6 parts of pronouns which we are going to study. Let's go to the exercise which I have given. The first exercise is based on personal pronoun. The second one is based on relative pronoun, and the third one is based on possessive pronouns. Alright. So let's see. In first one, what you have to do, in all the questions I have given you choices. You have to choose the correct answer. Alright. Let me help you with the first one. Number 1. Dash are having trouble getting back to the library. Alright. So in the first one, 3 options are given: I, they, he. So whenever we have to fill the pronoun, you will see the verb what is given. So the verb over here is plural. Can you see are is given? With I we cannot use are. With he we cannot use are. So with they we will use are. They are having trouble getting back to the library. In rest of the questions also you will see the verb and then you will put the correct personal pronoun. Alright. Let's come to the next one. Fill in the blanks with relative pronoun. First one. This is the boy dash had an accident. So 2 options are given, who and which. I have already told you that which and that is used with non-living things. Alright. So here what we are going to use? Who. Who, whom. These are used with whose are used with persons. So this is the boy who had an accident. So rest of the questions you will do in the same way. The third question is underline the correct possessive pronoun in the following sentences. Is this coat dash your or yours. Always, whenever you're using possessive pronoun, s will be used. All right, yours, hers, theirs, its, ours. These are all possessive pronouns. Is this coat yours? That is the correct answer. All right. That is all, children. I hope you have understood. Thank you.